This video is going to be a bit different than the videos I customarily make. I usually talk about investment opportunities in the stock market, particularly in the future. But as a result of that, my mind travels in a path of what's going to happen in the future and who's going to create the company that's going to make a difference in our future. And as a result of that, I look at some things that are kind of unique and forward-thinking. And one of the things that I followed is that Digital Revolution 3.0 is going to change the world in such a way that you and I are going to have an opportunity to become billionaires. If we will recognize the opportunity in front of us and then apply the talents and skills that we have or can acquire before the big corporations get to it. I want to point out that, first of all, Digital Revolution 2.0 was all about you and I creating content so that Google and Facebook could sell advertising against it as we brought our fans, our friends, and our family to their platform. That's right. That's what it's all about. You and I create the content. You send pictures of your kids, of your grandkids, of your vacation to Facebook. You then share them with your friends, family, and fans, and Facebook sells advertising against your content. That's the premise of what Mark did. It's the same premise that Google has done right here. I create this content. Every morning I make a video. I put it up. Google sells advertising against it. That's the premise. What I'm telling you is the platform has been built. Now is you and I's opportunity to step in and say, I want to become a billionaire. I want to go to my garage and create a billion-dollar business. I want to sit down at my kitchen table and I want to create a billion-dollar business. And the opportunity is there today if you connect the dots. And I want to introduce you to two guys who recently have connected the dots. And in the last, they started in 2015. So in 7 years, they built a $10 billion business. At least that's what they were offered, and they turned it down. This is going to be, to some of you, the most important video you will ever see. Some of you, but it's not financial advice. It's the best financial education you can get anywhere. Let's get at it.
Best of Us Investors presents Carrie Griegmeyer.
I like the stories of the people who started their business in their dorm room or in their garage, like Jeff Bezos and his wife started Amazon in the garage, and Mark Zuckerberg started his Facebook in his dorm room with his buddies, and Sergey and Larry started Google as graduates from Stanford. And again, Mark was a Harvard student, and Sergey and Larry were Stanford, but we aren't that. I graduated from Ball State University. But still, if I'll connect the dots and figure out what's going on, I can become a billionaire. I want to introduce you to Jason Creighton and Stan Vyshevsky. Whatever. These are two guys who created Discord. They were gamers. And they, in essence, said, those of us who play games, we're trying to beat the game. We need to work together. So let's create a chat room where we can come and we can exchange ideas and then exchange the gigs that are tricks that we figured on the game and become better at it. And they built them for specific games. So Jason and Stan built this platform. It's different than Facebook because each platform has its own server, but that's not important. Last year, They did they had 150 million active users. They did 130 million in revenues, and Microsoft offered them $10 billion for their business, and they turned it down. They said, no, we're going to take this a little bit further on our own. We're going to raise some capital, and we're going to see what we can do. So that's the model. They did the digital revolution 3.0. All the groundwork had been built for this. They then just adapted it and created a business. So I say to you, what if you wanted to do the same? What if you were Cristiano Ronaldo? He's a soccer player, as I understand it. He has 440 million followers on Instagram. What if he opened a Discord and he got 10% of those followers to come and once a week and have a conversation with him and charge $5 a month for it? If he did that, he would generate $220 million per month. That's $2.6 billion per year. What if Cristiano did that? Now, the reality is Cristiano doesn't really have the time and the inclination to do that. But would he be willing once a week to have a conversation with his fans on your Discord? What if you knew Cristiano and you said, Cristiano, let me put this together for you, and rather than keep the money to ourselves, of course we'll keep some of it, but we'll donate it to our cause. My cause is the fight against cancer. I support the Children's Hospital fight against cancer. What if you and Cristiano put this together, and maybe you even employed my help? Okay, but you don't know Cristiano. Do you know LeBron James? LeBron James has 48.4 million fans. Do the math. Again, $5 a month. That's a $290 million business that LeBron is sitting on that he doesn't know how to put together. He doesn't have the time. But you know LeBron. You can sit down with him. You can talk to him. You, LeBron, and I can get together, and we can put this together. This is the digital revolution 3.0. It's in our laps now. We just got to beat Mark to it. Okay? Let's bring it down into the real world. I have 160,000 followers on YouTube. What if I could get 10% of those, 16,000, to pay me $25 for me to build a Discord to teach them how to become a better investor? I'm already doing part of this. That would mean I would make $400,000 a month. That's $4.8 million a year. It's right there. It's all I got to do is put forth the work and to make it happen. That's what the digital revolution 3.0 is. That's the opportunity that you and I have. All we have to do is take it. Now, what do we have to worry about? We got to worry about Mark, because Mark is working on this. He sees this as part of the metaverse. He sees this as we come in virtual reality and avatars, and we sit. But we can beat him to it because we don't want to do that. We don't need to do that. We can gather the fan base. We can gather it, and then Mark can come and offer us $10 billion for what we built based upon the digital revolution that started in 1988 and has evolved to the point it is now, where we can enter the door. We do not have to be a Stanford graduate. We do not have to be a Harvard graduate. I'm not sure Mark actually graduated. And we don't have to have million worth of financing to get it all on up and going. All we have to do is to know Taylor Swift or Adele, who don't have the time or the inclination to do this. Or maybe it's Dale Earnhardt Jr. or Julio Castroneves. You name it. If they have a following and you know them and you know me, we can put this together. We can take Digital Revolution 3.0, sit at our kitchen table or our desk here in the basement, and build a $10 billion business. I have never seen anything like this. It's just like bending over and picking up a penny on the street. Who's going to do it? Who's going to pick that penny up? Because it's there. It's there. And that penny can turn into billions. The digital revolution changed the world we live in. And it's evolved. It started out with search. It then went into social media. It's now available for us. It's now available to cure the diseases that we have in our body. That's another passion I have. So, that's my challenge to you. If you want to pursue this further, the easiest way to get in touch with me is to come to my website, Best of Us Investors. Give me your name and your address, your email address, and come to our Discord. Every Friday, I hold a meeting with the members of my Discord, a Zoom meeting, and we exchange ideas. That's where this came from. Stan, who is a teacher in Philadelphia, I believe it is, came on and said, Kerry, you don't know how you're changing the world. You don't know how you're affecting people. I came to this the Discord, because I thought it was an interesting social experiment. And I could be participating in it for $10. And he said, and I swear to you, you've changed my life. You've opened my eyes to possibilities that I never dreamt were there. What that means is Stan has a mind. He has a framework from which he works. He puts that together with 16,000 other people, and then you multiply that times 1 million, and that's the power of a Discord. People coming together in a like interest in exchanging ideas. This never would have happened. I never would have made this video if Stan hadn't talked to me last Friday and said, this Discord thing is a social experiment that is going to explode. And what I'm telling you today, this is your opportunity. There are people like Cristiano who are sitting on a gold mine, Seth Curry, sitting on a gold mine. They don't have the time to do it. They're doing quite well in what they're doing. But now, rather than Mark taking that opportunity and sharing it with his stockholders, you and I can do it, and we can share it with our cause, with our passion. And in the same token, we can improve our lives by taking advantage of the digital revolution. Okay, that's my not financial advice. That's my financial education. I believe out there, there are some of you who will raise your hand and say, I know LeBron James. I know Dale Earnhardt Jr. I know Julio Castroneves. I can use that and help them while I help myself and help my cause. Okay, I've got a 80th birthday party to go to this afternoon, so I'm going to have to get out of here.